Hi everyone, welcome to a podcast or video. Podcast video? Not sure how this is gonna go, if I'm gonna put it on my podcast, if I'm gonna upload it to YouTube, probably both, but I'm not sure which one would stick the most. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's gonna go to YouTube, so you can count on that. I wanted to talk to you today about a lovely movie I watched twice now. Well, for obvious reasons. I mean, the first time I watched it because it's a queer movie. It's an LGBTQ type of movie of a sapphic love story. And second thing, the second time I watched it is pretty much to take some notes, write down what I thought it was interesting about this movie so I can share it with you, share my thoughts, and what I thought about the movie, my opinion overall. And I have to say, I really enjoy this film. And not just because of this love story between these two girls, but because it wasn't just about that. Exactly. I mean, that's not the only thing that's happening. That's one of the things that's important that happens in the movie, but it's not the main thing or like the main event, like this whole coming of out of the closet thing. I like how they handled this topic or the subject in general, right, of sexuality, and they treat it so in a way that it's more like normalizing it rather than make it such a big like drama. Oh my god, I like this girl, oh my god, I'm freaking out, like gay panic and stuff. That actually seems a little bit more of a something that happens in high school, I believe, but I'm pretty sure that it happens also even after a high school or college, in life. There's not really an age for that to happen, but either way, I really enjoyed it. I liked it because, first of all, I think the main pairing, because there is a main romantic love story, and it is about these two girls. I know them both. I know both actresses really well. One of them comes from, pretty much doing the new generation of the L Word, and which is Arienne Mandi. Is it Arienne Mandi? Well, I know that Ariadne. Oh my god, I'm so bad at names. I should probably do my research before recording these lovely videos, if you like them, of course. But anyways, yeah. Arienne, Adi. Let's just call her Ari. Man. Jesus. Anyway, and Cat McNamara. Oh my god, Cat McNamara, right? Yeah, am I saying it right? Jesus Christ. I should be more prepared for this, but I'm not, because I love them and I just wanted to do a review like ASAP, and I just wanted to. Anyway, so I know both actresses. I know where they come from. And Kat, I know her from actually Arrow, but I know that she was in a show called, I think, Shadow Hunters or Shadow Bounty Hunters. I haven't seen the show, so I didn't know her from then. I know her from Arrow from playing Mia Queen, the daughter of Oliver and Felicity Quinn. Spoiler alert for those of you who might have not seen the show and or are recently starting to watch Arrow, but yeah, they have a daughter, and Kat plays, the new Arrow. Side note, I'm actually bummed that we didn't get a chance to have a spin-off of Kat as the new Arrow. I think that would have been awesome, and the Arrow, and I think it wasn't Birds of Prey, but it was with in the future. I was actually really looking forward for that spin-off, or at least I thought it would have been an interesting an interesting thing to watch on television after the Arrow. But then oh my god. But then again, that did not progress. That did not happen. So it's a bump. So anyways, I had absolutely no idea about this movie they made. And it's queer friendly. Of course I was gonna watch it. I had to do a few things here and there to make it happen, because it's not really easy to find in the Latin American market, but I'm not gonna get into that. The important thing is that I've watched it twice. I may watch it a third time just to keep it fresh in my mind, and I don't know. But at the moment I've seen it twice. I've loved both times. I think it has a lot of heart in it, but it's not like overwhelmingly. It's a Hallmark movie to begin with. Alright, just want to put that out there. It's a Hallmark movie. Hallmark movies are well known because of its love and gooey, romantic and cheesy type of movies. Right? They do those type of films. In fact, actually, one of if I'm not mistaken, one of their logos, or what they say, it's something about love, endless love, or but it's pretty much it's a cheesy. They're usually cheesy movies, romantic comedies and whatnot. But first of all, it's interesting because it's an LGBTQ movies, LGBTQ movie, and not only that, but it's also a woman love woman story, a sapphic love story of a meet cute, of a romantic encounter of these two girls who fall in love with each other, or at least like each other, and they start dating. And why did I like this so much? Because it's not all about that is not the main thing. Like, the conflict of the story, the internal conflict, is not Kat's character is called Taylor, who is a florist, and she owns a flower shop, or a plant shop. And then we have Francesca, or also known as aka Frankie, who is a cardiologist. Interesting choice of careers, if I may add. Maybe not so much for the flower shop, because there's this movie called Imagine Me and You, where Cersei's actress, which I keep forgetting her name, also plays. It's also a sapphic movie. It's a lesbian movie, and she also plays a flower owner. She's the owner of a flower shop, basically. So, and also, if you have seen the series, this spooky series, is not really actually at all spooky, The Haunting of Bly Manor. In this series, The Haunting of Bly Manor, one of the girls actually also is a florist. So there's that choice of career, that choice of, there's a bug going on over there. Right, the choice of characters, as in like that career, or that profession, or that, not so much. But the cardiologist thing, I thought it was really interesting. And again, like I said, Kat has never dated, or Taylor. She's single. She pretty much is devoted to her job, to her this shop, and she bases her life. She's pretty much stuck, from getting early to work, going out, closing the shop late, and she does not seem to have like a life of her own. We practically actually don't even see her having that many friends or hanging out with friends in this movie. The only person she talks to the most, or she confides to the most, is actually her employee, Hannah. So, which they actually have like a really interesting type of friendship between employee boss chemistry, like relationship. I think it's really cool. The geeky, smart type of girl who can pretty much multitask, and whereas whereas Taylor or Kat is more probably more cheap off the old block, or old fashioned and stuff and such. So we have this character, and she goes out on a blind date with Ari's character. Again, the name of this character, Francesca or Frankie. And it's the first time she actually goes out with a woman. The first time she goes out on a date with a woman. And what I liked about this is how they approach the subject, right? The conversations between her the first time they encounter is not like, oh my god, you're a woman, no, but I cannot do this, like, it's not like panic, you're a girl and I have never dated a girl before in my life. But it's like the reaction is interesting, because what you see is like, okay, this is something interesting, and I'm curious as to where this could go, from Taylor's part. Like, she doesn't go like, oh no, I'm sorry, I have to go, I thought you were a guy, and she just like leaves. No, she actually sits down, she's curious, so she wants to know where things could go. And I loved the chemistry. I really, really loved the chemistry between Ari and Kat. I think it was really genuine. I think it was like there's this sort of flirty type of conversations, or things that they say to each other, but at the same time they're like subtle or soft things. There's soft dialogue at some points. There's soft looks or smirks, the looks at each other. I think it's really loving. I think there's an undeniable chemistry, and I like that. I really, really enjoyed it. I bought it. There are pairings, whether it's LGBTQ, like queer pairings, or even straight, no matter the sexual orientation of, or the sexual orientation of the couple, of the pairing, there are some couples that I just don't buy it. I don't buy the chemistry. They don't convince me enough, for probably my own personal reasons, and there are couples that I just don't buy them. In this case is completely the opposite. I love them. Hey, Bug. And I really enjoyed watching them. Again, like I said at the beginning, this is not the main story. It's one of the main love stories of the movie. Yes, it is, but it's not the only thing. That's not the only drama, because what I like about it is that it doesn't fall in the typical drama. Because with dating a woman, someone who's a gender who she's never dated before, it comes with coming out of the closet, or at least telling her brother, played by Max Lloyd Jones, if I'm not mistaken, aka Zach or Zachary, who is an artist, and he's trying to come up with a good design for a mural that it's going to be on a bookstore. And the mother of Kat's character is Emilia Bloom, and she is that's the name of the character, right? And she is a writer, and she's gonna be on a tour, and actually doing a book reading in that bookshop. So basically, it's a movie about love connections, but one of the main storylines, or at least one of the main romantic pairing that they treat, is this dating, this woman dating this other woman who, it's the first time that she was interested. And that's what I loved. It's like, I'm interested. I want to see where this is going, rather than just panic and just like, no, I cannot, or let's keep it a secret and stuff like that. No, actually she and the coming out part, it's not really that dramatic. And when I say dramatic, I immediately think of the Happiest Season, Happiest Season, which is a movie that it's a Christmas movie, and it's with Kristen Stewart as one of the main leads. And she's not the closeted girlfriend of the pairing, but the other girl who I really like her job as well, but I keep forgetting her name for some reason, the actress's name. She's well known, actually. She was in a Terminator movie, in the latest Terminator movie, and she was actually in also Black Mirror. So I don't know why I keep forgetting names, guys. I'm sorry. Anyways, like I was saying, and there's this huge dramatic or huge impact, of coming out of scene to her family and whatnot. But in this case, what I loved is that it was fluid. It wasn't forced. It was natural. She was with her brother. They were talking about dating, and she's like, actually, I'm dating someone now. I'm seeing someone. And she was like, and she was like, actually, the thing is, he is not a he. I'm dating a woman. I'm dating a woman. And all the times, the conversations that she has, the person she tells that she's dating a girl, they're not like struggling, like she's not struggling to tell. She's like, okay, I'm dating this person, and actually he's not a he. And it's like, and the reactions, the most important thing, and the thing that I love the most is the reactions. The supportive type of the acceptance from people surrounding her, the support, what her brother tells her, I don't care who you date, so as long as you're happy, you can date a woman, a boy, whoever, or both, so as long as they make you happy and it makes you happy. And I think that's really, really sweet, really interesting. It's really lighthearted. That's what I'm saying. It's lighthearted. There is conflict, of course, in every movie, in every TV show. There's always conflict, but it's not drama, like soap opera type of drama. And the other conflict that there is, or at least the other issue that the movie talks about, it's this mother who comes back home after 5 years of leaving their kids alone. They were already grown up by the time that she had left. She abandoned them, just to go on tour, and after their father passed away. So of course there is a lingering pain. There's a pain, especially there's this pain with Kat's character Taylor, who is still unwilling. She's still not willing to forgive her for abandoning them for so long. And so there's also that conflict between that relationship of mother-daughter, and that's what that's interesting. That's what makes the whole thing interesting, because it actually feels a natural flow of events, whereas it doesn't feel like forced. It doesn't feel like, oh, this is way much of a coincidence. Of course, yeah, there is a coincidence that sort of like makes things even more interesting. If you have seen the movie, then you will probably know, and spoilers, that actually the Frankie character is like I mentioned before, is a cardiologist, and she's actually treating her mother because she's suffering from a heart condition, and she really needs to recover, make a new treatment to take care of her health, to take care of her heart, and so that's the reason why she moves back to being near her kids. Now, of course, this is a Hallmark movie, and the issue, the abandonment issue, with the kids, especially how forgiving the son is. He's probably the most understanding and forgiving, and he wears his heart on his sleeve type of character. and he's pretty much like the one who he's trying to pretty much glue the family together, bring everyone together. There's always these optimistic type of characters, and that's great. That's fantastic. And I think Max Lloyd Jones does a really great job at doing just that. There are genuine conversations about miscommunication or the lack thereof. About the lack thereof of communication. Like how the mother struggles with having an actual conversation with her daughter because they're so much alike, stubborn and all the things that she had to struggle to leave, and the reason why she left them 5 years, because she was so in pain after their father passed away, that she didn't want to burden them with her pain as well, her grief. And of course, that could have had more depth. They could have played with that a little more. Again, I will let it slide myself. I will let it slide because this is a Hallmark movie. Hallmark movies, and I mentioned this before, they tend to be a little bit more like optimistic, upbringing, and not focus perhaps delve too much in the depth of like really dark, or not really dark themes, but like they're like, for instance, like I said, the kid, the son, way too forgiving, like right away, and perhaps the daughter actually, it took a little time, but she in the end started being a little bit more open up, and yeah, they could have probably played a little bit more with that, but I gotta say, I felt it was nice. It was neatly done. It was clean. It was natural. It flowed. I understand the reason why she was, even though she wasn't willing to forgive her mother like right away, right when she got into town, but towards the end, because she was actually opening up again. She was allowing herself to be vulnerable again with someone new, and all of those things, like a domino effect. All of those things drove her to at least give her mother a chance. So, all in all, I think this is a pretty decent, interesting, loving, romantic comedy, and I recommend it. I actually recommend it. In fact, there is another sapphic love story in Hallmark, and it was for Christmas. I don't remember the name of the movie, but it starred Elisa Bauman, if I'm not mistaken, and I did not enjoy that movie as much as this one. I felt it was a little bit forced. There was a lot of, don't get me wrong, the pairing was loving and there was chemistry, but it felt like there was like too much, teasing and like too much flirting, but not like that was it, and the kiss was just left towards the end. In this movie, however, and like I said, I'm not giving this review, or I'm not even review, but my thoughts on this movie without keeping spoilers off it. There's more than one kiss, and I love it because it fell the typical romantic movie structure. Not typical. Early in the days, they left the kiss for the end. But what I loved is it's more modern day take on dating and getting to know someone and getting to see their good sides and their bad sides. When you love someone, when you care about someone, when you like someone, when you want to commit to someone, you have to be you have to understand they're not perfect, and they all come with their own luggage, their own baggage, and they have good days and they have bad days, right? But what I like, maybe not besides that, is the fact that they date, they kiss, and they continue to date. They okay, because every time I watch a romantic film where they leave the kiss towards the end, I always keep wondering, okay, they've built it up throughout the whole movie, right? What happens? Okay, they like each other and stuff, but what happens if they kiss and they just like, you know what? Maybe I'm not so into this, as in a romantic type of thing. Maybe more, they build up the kiss so much, and then the kiss is like, I didn't live up to the expectations from all of that build up. But there are certain movies, not talking about this movie in particular, but I do want to bring this movie as an example. It's like they get to know each other, they date, they start dating, they kiss, they like the kiss. Okay, it's like, okay, I like this, and they continue dating and getting to know each other more, because that is my belief of how a compelling structure of a romantic comedy or drama should be. They get to know each other, they meet, they get to know each other, go on a date, they kiss, they keep liking each other, they want to continue doing that, they get to know each other more, trouble on the way, there's something that happens, and of course inevitably there's a struggle, they split, or they spend some time apart, and then by the end of it they come back together. I mean, I'm not spoiling anything. Hallmark movies have happy endings all over it, so I'm not like, this is not brand new. This is not brand new information. So I just want to keep you. I guess I don't want to feel myself so bad for telling you that there is a happy ending. But I like sapphic stories with a happy ending. If I'm honest, yes, I have seen a lot of movies, a lot of lesbian type of movies, women love women movies, to tell you that there are so many, or at least half of them have lesbian stories that end up either one of them dying, or both dying, or not together, or, again, this is not exclusively to the romantic genre, different genres. But yeah, and I'm like, man, I wasted 2 hours or 1 hour and 30 minutes of my life to see this movie, and not having this romantic pairing ending up together. And I'm also, leaving aside sapphic love stories, I actually am a sucker for happy endings, if I'm perfectly honest. I want my couples to have a happy ending, which is why La La Land, I'm only taking the sequence where at the end, if you haven't seen La La Land, please, stop, go watch, and come back if you want to, Not gonna take offense on that, so as long as you keep coming back. Anyway, so there's a sequence where Sebastian is playing at his club, and he's imagining a life together with Emma Stone's character. For me, that's it. That's the end. She stayed, or no, that it was the other way around. She went with her, and they had a life together, and that's it. That's my ending. I'm not accepting. I'm in denial. No, I'm not. But I love my happy ending movies. I really do. I mean, especially with romantic comedies. I mean, now, if you have a movie that is called A Breakup, or it's called, I believe there's a movie with Jennifer Aniston in which the whole movie was pretty much about being, breaking up with her longtime boyfriend, and it's basically all them fighting over who gets the apartment, and at the end of it, they still they weren't meant to be for each other, and they went their several ways, And I actually appreciate those movies as well. You know, I mean, they were also comedies. They were not romantic comedy, but they were comedies, and they were treating a different part of romance that it's very valid, because that can happen. You know, not all your relationships are, you know, could be your one true pairing, your OTP, the love of your life and stuff. I would love if we could see more of Ari and Kat, if I'm honest. I really love their chemistry. I really enjoyed it. The kisses, they didn't feel forced. They felt so cute and romantic and natural. They just worked perfect together. And I would love to see more. I'm not saying that a second movie, a sequel to this, because honestly I don't think it needs a sequel, but I would love to see them together again as a romantic pairing. The both of them, I think they make a great team, and at least on screen. You know, I don't know off screen. I don't have that insight, but they do actually great. They have really great chemistry, just like Sandra Oh and Jodie Comer. They have a really beautiful on-screen chemistry that I think it really draws, and I think everybody actually works together really well as well. Not only just the four main characters, but also the supporting cast. Hannah, also one of the girls that's helping out the son. Zach, that's helping Zach. It's also has really good chemistry with the guy. I mean, they're all really good together. They fit really well, everyone. And so that's why I liked about this, and I wanted to talk about it and recommend it and give you the reasons why you should watch this, if you can, of course, because it was a bit of a hustle for me to actually get this going and actually watch this, because I really want it. Next queer movie is Rush. It's coming out towards the end of April on Hulu, but here in Argentina we don't have Hulu, so I'm gonna have to see what happens if they're gonna premiere here or how I'm going to watch it. I don't know yet. So anyway, that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for sticking all the way to the end, and as always, take care. Bye bye.